We're doing it again. Burning the midnight oil, except for it's only 10:03 p.m., Tuesday, April 5th. This is pretty real time. So we're loading the booth right now with Holly's 4 fender flares, with her 2 rock sliders and her 2 brand new bumpers. I've also got to do some paint work for the shop, so I'm going to be doing that on one end and the rest of the stuff on the other end, but we're going to get this all painted. All right, that ain't going nowhere. Stuff. We're clamping a clamp to hold a bumper. In theory, this is going to work, and it's going to work so good that we're going to have to patent the thought. Now put the bolt in. That ain't going nowhere. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I think I'm too lazy to mask my clamps, so if they don't work after they get painted, Hillbilly gets to clean them.
Nothing a wire wheel can't fix.
Here's proof that Hillbilly isn't just another pretty face. Look at him in here, cleaning, doing a heck of a good job. We have almost got this all wax and greased and clean and ready for epoxy. Why does our work cost so much?
I don't know why.
Because it takes us freaking hours. You know what time it is? Well, we already waxed and greased, so that eliminates that, so it's blow, static control it with a static gun, and tack it. So we're gonna blow, tack, and static it. Guess who we got in the booth with me tonight?
It's dinner time!
Yeah! Everything's blown, tack, static. It's time to lay down this epoxy. We're gonna wait 15 minutes, throw down a second coat, and then we're right into base. All right, as you can see, we've got 2 coats of epoxy on this. For context, I'm gonna show you what time it is so you know how long that process takes. It's 12:20. We showed you what time we started. Now you see what time we're ready to let it sit for 1 hour. After the hour, we're gonna get our blue base coat going. I've got a couple red things over here that I've got to base out and clear at the same time for another job, but it won't even interfere. It'll all work perfect. This epoxy laid down really good, super clean for what it is. Not that it's gonna matter a whole lot, because she's gonna take it out and just destroy it anyways, but we want it to look good before she does take it and ruin it. Job security. All right, it's that time, base coat time. Pretty well covered. So that's our first coat. Now I'm gonna switch guns, hurry and hit the red. Then we're gonna go remix new base coat, come right back in and get our second coat on. Then we're gonna bring you guys back in, clear everything, put a second coat of clear, and then show you when it's done. All right, Dinner, I got a question for you. What's any better than painting red, white, and blue?
I don't know.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing better than red, white, and blue. That was a little aggressive, so nothing. We're making good time, Dinner. It's only 2:30 in the morning. It's early.
Yeah.
Got my clear all mixed up, ready to shoot. So we're gonna lay down 1 coat, let it sit for 10 minutes, and lay down a second one. Then we'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, we got our first coat done. We're gonna go wait that flash time, come in, get the second coat on, then bring you guys back in and show you what it looks like when it's done. It's 3:10 in the morning. Turned out awesome. We've got a few days ahead of us to get things put together and get finished. We're gonna get it done. So check this out. It just turned out really, really good. All right, it's time to go get some sleep and hit it again in the morning. It's tomorrow. We're back. So we've got everything pulled out of the booth and we're getting ready to put this front bumper back on Mischief Maker, and we've ran into our first little snag. So right here on the outside of the frame, there's a little bump. So we're gonna cut those off each side of the frame so we can slide this in, then we've gotta drill some holes and bolt this thing on.
They had to cut the nipple off the frame so that way the bumper can slide on. They already done it on the inside for the old bumper to clear. Now we have to do it on the outside for the new bumper to clear.
Okay, so we're gonna cut 1.5 inches off the frame. We fit the bumper up, put the winch in, made sure we had clearance. We got about that much of a gap, so we're gonna close it in. 750 hours later, we got the winch mounted, we got all the holes drilled, the frame's hacked off, and we're gonna put this bumper on. Look at that. How's that for precise? Right in, just like it should. Let's hurry and throw the rear bumper on, and then Hillbilly will get it all tight and get the winch all wired up. And then I've got to mount these lights. I'm gonna have to talk to Holly and see where they want this mounted. It's a little tight. Oh, hold it. Okay, my bolt's in. We've got the rear flares all installed. We are gonna get the fronts installed now, and then all we have left is our rock sliders.
Center console.
Oh yeah, duh.
And the seats.
Rock sliders, oh, and that. Holy crap. How much
The
more?
list just goes on and on.
Oh, don't forget about putting all our stuff back in
Thought we were close to being done.
there. We're close-ish.
So I'm gonna hurry and get all the bolts in this, and then Hillbilly will finish it up. Oh, you gotta put mirrors on too.
And speakers.
And speakers. The list goes on and on.
And lights.
Speakers. And on and on. Oh, and the front lights. Oh my, just gotta use your persuader to get that bolt in. I'm just getting the welder over here so that we can weld those rock sliders. Oh, hitting stuff on the ground. I need to weld the rock sliders on. Okay, so I'm getting everything set up. I've got 2 clamps in place, so here in a minute, me and Dinner are gonna get the rock slider put up in here. We're gonna clamp it, we're gonna get that thing tacked in place, make sure it's perfect, spark paper, welding blankets, get this thing burned in. All right, so we're gonna get this thing clamped up in position. Is that straight?
Yeah, right. Nope, come down right there.
Dinner's gonna hold it while I step back and look at it. All right, keep holding. I'm gonna get it welded. That's right where we want it. And we're gonna burn it in with weld. All right, doesn't look too bad. 2 more to go and this will be done. It's all welded. We're done. Woo! We're gonna pull off all the spark paper. You can see, got burn marks. That's what it's there for, is to protect all the stuff.
To serve and protect the paint.
That's right. Look at that. How sweet that looks.
Looks just like the way it came in.
Even better though.
Oh yeah.
It's not all scratched up. The blue's the same.
Beautiful.
I think Holly's gonna be satisfied.
Right.
All right, moving on. We got a center console to build and install. Man, those look good. So we're gonna start building this with our first panel. Okay, so we have to strategically put these in place. So that panel's gotta go on. So we just bump this past, wiggle it, come down, do a little spinny do, push that forward, and voila, we are in business. Look at that, all in. So I'm gonna hop up inside. I'm gonna get this sucker bolted up. So I'm just gonna get all my bolts put in. I'm not gonna tighten any bolts until all the panels are on. That's the key to putting stuff together. Get them started, but don't crank them in. How do you learn that?
By doing it wrong.
That's right. You do it wrong, then you'll know how to do it right.
Because then you have to go back and tear it apart and redo it.
Just getting the last piece put on. Then I'm gonna get this everything tightened up. Look how nice that looks, Dinner.
That looks really good. Like Holly said.
Yeah.
Clutter
There's no
collector.
clutter box now.
Yeah.
Now it just has to be a trash can on wheels. Maybe she'll have a loaf of banana bread for Hillbilly for the future. Final push to get this sucker done. Race your Jeep Safari. That's why we're here burning the midnight oil again. Last but not least, well, it's a last bolt. What do you guys think? Was it a smart move to paint match this? I think it was. I think it looks awesome. I mean, the bare aluminum looks cool, but this just looks like icing on the cake. Let me get my freaking butt off of here. Show you guys. Look at how good that looks. All right, we're gonna put the camera down for a second. You can see that seat Dinner's trying to put in. I'm gonna help him. We will show you guys when it's done. Dinner's gonna get the seat belt. So we're gonna get the seat belt through the hole. It's on the cage, and we're gonna bolt it in. Got Dinner over there, tightening up the bolts. This is really coming together. All right. We got Mischief Maker seats back in, got the center console in. This thing is just about done. All right, so we got as much as we could get done. This thing is 98% complete. We have a few little odds and ends, nothing that's too big a deal that we can't just do off camera. But as always, we appreciate you guys, and if you like this video, go check out this one.